In ChaO, in a futuristic world where humans and mermaids coexist, the life of a mild-mannered office worker, Stefan, is upended when he is suddenly proposed to by ChaO, a princess from the Mermaid Kingdom. With no time to make sense of what's happening, Stefan soon finds himself living with the unpredictable, wholehearted ChaO, and her sincere love begins to break down his emotional borders. ChaO is directed by Yasuhiro Aoki, and this is his second film. He co-directed Batman Gotham Knight. ChaO debuted at the Aniki Animation Film Festival in 2025 and just debuted at the Fantasia Film Festival. ChaO is a very impressive solo directorial debut from Yasuhiro Aoki. He really does a fantastic job of creating this world. The world building in this film is very impressive. Like the characterization and the animation combines together to create this impressive, very interesting, lively, beautiful world that where Stefan and all of these mermaid creatures are living in. At the start of ChaO, we're first introduced to this like journalist who is he's quite quickly trying to get a very tabloid story, and his editor is quickly talking to him quick, and then he has to quickly transport around this futuristic mermaid combined human world where the humans and mermaids coexist, and the mermaids travel through like these water transport, like water chutes, and the humans transport on like normal trains and cars and stuff. And these first initial scenes really get us to experience what this film is really like, and the world building in these first initial scenes is very impressive. And this journalist doesn't really get the story that he was supposed to get, but he ends up meeting Stefan, this office worker who infamously was in a love story with ChaO. And throughout this film, Stefan tells this journalist basically his story, his life story. He lost his parents when he was young, and he grew up with family, and he's kind of had a hard life. And one day he's working on a boat, and this like very big like a fish like finds him and like eats him, like he like grabs on his face, and she pronounces her love for him, and I love you, I've always loved you. And this office worker Stefan is like, what's going on? And we find out this mermaid ChaO is actually a princess, and like a royal princess in the water, in the ocean, and so everybody in this world is invested in their love story. So for us as a viewer, we're kind of in the same position as Stefan. We're kind of trying to figure out why is ChaO so enamored by Stefan. Like Stefan's just an ordinary man, he's nothing special, and Stefan says that in the film. And so we're with Stefan on his journey, like why, trying to figure out what's going on, but also Stefan and ChaO are suddenly put together, and they're kind of pressured by outside forces, like by his job and by the media, to really make their love story be real, so the humans and the mermaids and the merman species can coexist, and their relationships can become stronger. So they're really under a lot of pressure for their love story to become actually true. So, and it's quite cute and charming along the way, how their relationship evolves as the film goes on. And I won't spoil what happens in the final half an hour of the film, but we do get to find out the true origins of Stefan and ChaO's relationship, and that is quite interesting to see. And there's a lot of backstory, a lot of flashbacks, and we do get to see the true nature of their relationship, and it's quite endearing and quite sweet. And it comes to the end of the film ends up being quite emotional and uplifting towards the end of the film. The animation in this film is fantastic. There's so much going on the screen. You'd have to watch this film like 2 or 3 times just to grasp everything that's going on in the frames. There's just so much going on, and the story is quite basic. Like this love story is quite basic. until we get some more nuances to the story in the final act of the film. But the basic story of this film is quite basic, but the animation, the detailed animation really adds an element to this film and really keeps you entertained even if you're not truly invested in the story. The animation in this film really adds a layer to this film because there's just so much going on in every frame of this film. I give ChaO 4 stars out of 5. I highly recommend checking out this film ChaO, even if you're not a big fan of Japanese animation. This is a very impressive solo directorial debut from Yasuhiro Aoki. There's a very nice, sweet, romantic story in the middle of this film. And in the final act of this film, the whole story comes together and in a very emotional, impactful way. And animation in this film is very, very impressive. There's a lot of going on in every frame of this film, and the director Aoki does a fantastic job of world building. Like really, the film does a great job of really immersing yourself in this very unique human combined mermaid world that they've created, and it's very amusing and interesting. So I really had a lot of fun with this film. So I highly recommend checking out ChaO. Thanks for watching. What did you think of ChaO? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.